Today's video is what I picked up at the Front Row Card Show in Las Vegas. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Today's video, I just got back from the Front Row Card Show in Las Vegas. It was about 500 tables. It was busy, and per usual, I find a couple tables where they have a lot of raw stuff. My favorite thing to do is to find value in stuff that may be a little overlooked or maybe not be the chase cards that everyone's after, the really hot stuff. So anyways, I did a couple plays on Caleb Williams, which, you know, they beefed up their offensive line. I know the Bears are notoriously bad, but I found some good copies, the Prism base, and I'll be putting all what I paid for in the right corner. But I know this is a tough set to gem, and I really love the look of 24, and you know, I went through enough of them where I was just like, I'm gonna take a chance on these. So I also got the prismatic. This is the green wave. These seem to be a lot easier to jam, especially when they have the wave or the ice or whatever. It masks the card a little bit better, if you will. I did get 3 Caleb's. All of them looked good, and the price points made sense. And you know, with football season around the corner, I imagine PSA's turnaround time is probably gonna be 3 to 4 months. So that kind of puts us in football range. This is cool. It's the disco, and it is a color match. So it's a 23, you know, it's third year, but I think there's a lot of collectability in those kinds of cards. This might be kind of a weird card. It's coming out that Sean Merriman might have been attached to this new show that came out on the ID channel called the Playboy Murders. I found out about it today after I'd even purchased this, so this is odd, but it is numbered to 99, and it looks pretty much, it's perfect. I've seen there's a pop 1 of this, so there's 110 out there. So before I even knew about that scenario, I got that, and it was weird to find out about that afterwards. Here's a Randy Moss rookie. This collector's edge is really in good shape, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this one comes back, but the centering seems to be on par with everything that I've seen as a 10. I've gotten some Tony Gonzalez lately. I think he's going to get into the Hall of Fame eventually. He's one of the better tight ends to ever play. You know, his stuff I think is pretty undervalued still, and it might be a good time because it could bump up, you know, 50%, 25% when he gets the Hall of Fame inductee or the ramp up to it. This Stadium Club Barry used to have a lot more value. I don't think it's necessarily the hardest set to gem, so maybe that's why they've kind of dropped in price a little bit, but they're still probably around 75. This is interesting. So this card is so clean. There's a little bit of a fuzzy on one of the corners, and I think I can probably get it off, but the 9s are like 125 average. And I think a 9 is a realistic thing on this one. And this one just has no chipping on the black. The back centering is really good. Well, it's off top to bottom, but that's within the 70-30, which I think they give you. So I'm real interested to see how this comes back. I think it's definitely a 9 candidate. So I've been thinking for a while that the Cameron Brink, everyone's kind of forgotten because of her injury. She, you know, they just got Kelsey Plum. I think the Sparks are going to be pretty good this year. So this I picked up fairly cheap, and I think it's a good time to buy her because she's going to be playing soon. Speaking of Los Angeles, Dalton Connect, great player. He might not get the playing time he deserves in Los Angeles, so they might move on from him. They tried to earlier this year, and it didn't work because the Hornets trade got blocked, but this one was perfect as well, I thought. This was really cool. Not many of these graded, but perfect condition from what I can tell. I looked over all these cards already, and you know, I'm probably gonna send them all. Why not? This is my favorite year of Prism is 2014, so finding that Iverson was really cool today. These were interesting. So 2003 Topps Chrome Refractors. LeBron's rookie year, so I found both of them. I got them 2 for $5. They're definitely, they look really good. So Steve Blake and Troy Bell. I don't even care who it is. I think that year is just going to be a collectible year. This one, the centering is great on the Beam Team. Everyone knows the Shaquille O'Neal and the Jordan from this set, and I think 9s on a lot of the other Hall of Famers are around $100, 75 to 125. It kind of, you know, and then the 8s are about 30, 25 to 30. But that was my first Beam Team card, maybe my second. This one I think might be pushed up a little bit too far, but everything else checked out, and I might just send this one on by. But normally I think they wanted to be a little bit more narrow on the bottom. So, but the rest of the card looks good. Picked up a couple Judges. I mean, what a monster season he's having. I mean, imagine if he didn't get hurt earlier in this career. I feel like he'd be on pace to beat the Barry Bonds / Hank Aaron record. The Bowman, this one's about $125, 35 and a 9. This one, I've always wondered why these weren't worth more, because this is 2014 Bowman Prospect, I guess, or Bowman draft, and he's in the Yankee uniform. But I mean, these are only really like 75 and a 10, so I don't know why they don't command a little bit more premium. So if you know, let me know in the comments below. Another card I didn't realize it shot up so much. So the FF error is like in the 600 range for 10s now, and the black box ones are still like around 100. So this one looked pretty good. Side to side's a little, it's not perfect, but it's close. So the rest of the card looks really good. And I don't know, it seems like the junk wax 80s, late 80s cards are really jumping up as of late. A couple more guys. This one is Bo, the rookies, and the slightest bit of white on this bottom left corner, an edge, and it's probably gonna knock it to a 9, but the centering looks so good. And I really do like this set. I like 86 Donruss. I love the Canseco Raid rookie, the Crime Dog one, and they have the Barry Bonds, Bo, and a lot of other great rookies in the update set. So that one, and then I had not actually seen this Jeter before today. Everyone knows the flagship Topps one, and obviously the SP. But this one I feel like is kind of like soared under the radar. It's a little cheesy, but you know, so is the 93 Topps one with the green field photoshopped in the background. So I don't imagine that this is going to be that hard to gem. It's white card stock. You're not going to see chipping, and yeah, we'll see what happens. They're like $100. This is the last card that I picked up. So my total was $130 on everything, which I feel like I paid a little strong on a couple cards. Something like this I pretty much got for $1. This is the Wave of the Future SP card, and the texture on this is really interesting. But it is a cool card, and this is a Jorge Posada rookie, which I feel like he might sneak into the Hall of Fame. Maybe not first ballot or anything, but you know, I think he might get in over time just because he was part of some of those big Yankees runs to the World Series with Jeter. And I don't know, cool card. Never seen it before. The texture looked good. It looks perfect to me. So we'll see how it all goes. But it was a good card show. This was the Vegas one, which is where they're from. And it looks like they're doing San Diego next, and then they're going to be coming out to California. So I probably will go again. And these were my pickups, and we'll probably be seeing them in a submission in the next couple months. Thanks for hanging out. We have a auction ending on Tuesday at 7 on my store. Link is in the bio. So if you want to bid on some great cards that I just have sitting in a box, and some slabs that are real cheap, swing on the store. Thanks for hanging out. Click subscribe, click like. If you have a favorite card, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.